What is going on out there, peeps? All right. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, our boy Al Kadimi's making impressions around the world, doing what he needs to do to help out the people of Iraq. Again, I'm very impressed with what Al Kadimi's doing. Now, every now and then, somebody from Iraq will comment in my comments. Hey, if let us know what the people think out there in Iraq. Let us know what they think of Al Kadimi. I'm curious because he appears to be doing all the right things and taking all the necessary steps to do what he can to help out the people of Iraq. All right, let's get back into what's going on. Look at if you guys are thinking about buying precious metals, which you should be, please give our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange a consideration. The link will be in the description. If you buy more than $100 worth of precious metals, please use promo code Pimpy, Pimpy, and get a free half ounce of silver. For those of you who are not here in the United States, there are links in my description that you might be able to use to help you buy precious metals. Yes, that's right. I now have a Twitter account, and the link is in the description. For those of you who are interested in following me on Twitter, please do so. I surely would appreciate it. We have Pimpy's Investment Chat. It's the same name as the YouTube channel. In here, we do talk about investment opportunities, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, foreign currency investments. No politics. Bring the politics over to here, which is the hidden things in front of your eyes. You can't talk about politics here. It's no problem. NESARA, Gesara, as well as current events, and things that people consider a conspiracy, like 9/11, false flag events, the whole 9 yards. So here we go. It looks like two delegations from the Kurdistan Regional Government arrive in Baghdad. Again, remember, it's their Monday today, so there will be more news. But again, they are there now, and what this article is talking about is the same thing as before, the things they need to go over, except for this time around, they seem to have everything that they want ironed out. I told you they can't go forward with the 2021 budget until this agreement is finalized. All right. So, anyways, here's what it's saying: a high-ranking delegation from the Kurdistan region will visit the capital, Baghdad, but now it's not known who will lead the delegation, indicating that the delegation will discuss the technical and legal issues related to the 2021 budget. For his part, an informed source said that the technical delegation, composed of two ministries, namely Finance and the Ministry of Peshmerga Affairs, accompanied by the number of concerned managers, went to Baghdad to discuss their financial budget, their place in the budget. Okay, so everything else is ironed out. Okay, in here the article talks about that, but now they're just saying, hey, look, let's just do what we need to do to get this part finalized so that they could go ahead and get the 2020 budget going. Look, we all know that Kurdistan needs money. That's what they're saying is, where the hell is our money? They're part of their border crossing, the oil revenues, you know what I mean? Their money for their employees, the whole 9 yards. Okay, and it's always been an issue for Iraq in the past. So not once, but twice now. In case you guys don't know, there was a money truck that was hit by a truck over in Iraq, but that money truck was heading to Kurdistan to take them some money. All right, so, and it had a lot of it in there. Could you imagine running into a truck with a lot of money? Oh my goodness. Anyways, nonetheless, okay, so look, it's going to get done. It's going to get done this week. All right, I'm almost willing to bet that this will be ironed out this week. They have to. I told you there is a part of the constitutional law says the budget must be reviewed 3 times or have what's called readings, 3 readings within 100 days before it could be approved. So this is a part of their budget. It needs to be hammered out before the budget can go forward. So, and we're getting really close to that 100-day mark, so they need to get it ironed out. Here we go again. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. Al Kadimi taking charge and doing what he needs to do to secure the people of Iraq and also make outside investors feel that Iraq is a safe place to go into. So what does he do? He issues orders to confiscate weapons in tribal conflict areas. So our boy Al Kadimi, what he did was there are higher orders issued by the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, which is Al-Qademi, under the supervision of the follow-up of the Ministry of Interior, including extensive inspections of all areas where tribal conflicts occur, and the seizure and confiscation of weapons, whether light or medium. All right. So what happened was the other day, two people got in an argument. They brought out some guns. One was killed. So Al-Qademi's like, look, we can't have this. You know what I mean? We need to go over there and do what we can to secure the weapons. Now, as a person who's an American that supports my Constitution, there's a huge part of me that has a problem with this. But what they should do is find a legal way for their citizens to own guns, not just own guns. You know what I mean? But I'm kind of teetering on the wall here because I do believe and support the Second Amendment. And going around and just confiscating guns is, to me, a no-no. But at the same time, given the situation in Iraq, what's going on, and the need to make outside investors feel like if they go there, they are secure and their investments are secure, I understand what's going on. But you know what I mean? At least make it clear to the people of your country, the confiscation is necessary, but there's plans to give the arms back in a legal way. You know what I mean? So just again, the one thing that protects the people from its government is having arms. So yeah, I'm kind of teetering on this, but nonetheless, he's making it big. He's going around. So this is what he's doing. They are going around confiscating weapons to make sure that the people are safe and secure. Let them throw shoes at each other. Only people that are Middle Eastern will get that. Nonetheless, anyways, they're going over there to these local areas, and they are confiscating small arms to medium arms, which might be good. You know what I mean? You might be removing arms from individuals that you are unaware that might be part of the ISIS coalition. So nonetheless, or I wouldn't call them a coalition, but ISIS. So that's what's being done. Again, this is big. This is what I'm talking about. So Al-Qademi is doing all the right things. So the security forces were wise in their position as they stood up with a very large military force on the outskirts of the region, cordoned off the scene, and made contact with the sheikhs and tribal leaders to obtain the so-called deadline and stop the conflict until matters are resolved. This is on one side, and the other side was done. 2 people were arrested so far. So look, there was a skirmish. 2 people got in an argument. One killed the other one. It started to grow into something much bigger. So they wanted to put a stop to this crap real quick. And confiscating the arms, I think, is again showing great leadership on behalf of Al-Qademi to do what he needs to do to bring peace over to the country for now. But make no doubt about it, I'm one of the people that believe in all countries, their citizens should be allowed to bear arms. A new explosion targets the coalition supplies in South Africa. So what this is about, there's somebody placed an, an IED underground, and so the explosion went off. Nobody was injured. Everything was okay. But again, these people, when I mean these people, I'm talking about these terrorist people, or the Iranian-backed people, are always complaining about how, hey, you know what, we want United States out here and the coalitions, but you keep doing crap like this, all you're going to do is, if you kill an American, let me make this perfectly clear to you, those on the other side. If you kill an American, not only is Trump not going to leave, but then he's going to send a plethora of soldiers back in there, hardcore, to go after those individuals. He doesn't tolerate that on any level. No president has freed more American prisoners around the world. All right? And no president has killed more terrorist leaders ever under their administration. And Trump's only been there 4 years. All right? So no party has claimed the responsibilities of the attack, but Washington points the finger and the blames at factions close to Iran, including Hezbollah brigades. So not surprising. The day of an announcement was set by Al-Qademi. The deputy announces the completion of the investigation into the Basra assassinations. So basically what's happening is, so if you remember, there were some protesters, and they've been going out and systematically killing protesters. going to their homes now, not just killing them in the streets, but organizers are being murdered at their house. So now there's an investigation, and the people that are handling the investigation are telling Al Qademi they're close to it being completed. And once that's done, make no doubt about it, there are going to be mass arrests. Once again, Al Qademi showing the world that, look, I can control this company. We will be a sovereign nation. We will be a place to do business with. There won't be no worries. This is what we want to see. The UN's jumping up and down. Miss Blasthearts made a quick comment that she was very pleased at the level of speed and progress that Al Qademi had been making, and that's the one person I love to hear great things from. So again, in here, they're about to turn over what's called the files or the investigation over to Al Qademi and nail all those individuals who are behind all these assassinations. Again, as you can imagine, these are Iranian-backed people who don't like protests because protests lead to change, all right? So nonetheless, they're murdering these people in their houses. So you can see right here, Basra security is progressing towards better and avoiding chaos, as happened in some provinces. The coming days will witness the arrest of perpetrators of the murders of activists and informing everyone after completing an investigation that those who carried out these incidents are not from the people of the province, but foreign hands working. See what I'm saying? These come from Iran. Okay? So, again, Al Qademi doing great things. You guys should be very happy about what you're hearing. See, this was always my concern. There have been a lot of good news, but after a while, you become immune to the good news. So this is good. Everything he's doing helps Iraq both short-term and long-term. Johnson and Roth soon in Baghdad. The reason for the postponement of Macron's visit. Macron. Nobody cares. So what are we seeing here? Again, more international relationships being developed with Iraq. I love this because now guess what you have coming in here? You have the prime ministers for the Dutch and both the British and Dutch prime ministers are coming over to meet in Iraq. Again, more international nations coming over here, countries coming over here to meet with Iraq. This is great. The source revealed that the postponement for Macron is the visit is something about his file. They need to get all the agreements worked out before they could do this. So what we're looking for is this right here. Additional agreements and memorandums are expected to be signed. This means more trade deals. This means a stronger economy. This is great. More people going back to work. Less people being taken care of by the government. More people paying taxes. A stronger economy leads to a stronger currency. The reason why I keep bringing that up, because somebody asked, people ask me this all the time. Pimpy, the economy's going to get that big. Should we turn in all of our currencies at once? I tell you, look, I can't tell you what to do with your investment. But some of you out there have enough where you could turn in a third, maybe a half, and live wealthy the rest of your life. And maybe you'll think about holding on to the currency to see if it does continue to go up in value, which I anticipate it do. Because look at Iraq is starting from the ground up. They're literally rebuilding their entire. It's being rebuilt all over again from the ground up. The entire country. The infrastructure is being redone. All right. So we need outside investments. There's not a lot of things going there. We need the power grids redone. So what I'm saying is this: they're starting over from like scratch. So if their currency, once it's revalued, has a certain value, then you might want to hold on to some of yours and see what happens later down the line. It's not like it's going to disappear overnight. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, some of you, if you have the ability to do it, some of us don't have that much. You know what I mean? Some of us only have like 250,000, maybe 500,000. So just go ahead and throw it in all at one pop. All right, you guys, this is great. I love this type of news when it comes to Iraq. I really think Al Qademi is a leader of the people. I really do. All right, you guys, so once again, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it, and I'll catch you later.